armed man arrested outside of Trump's
Let's start
Coachella
with Brooke
rally.
Singman live in studio with the very latest on the arrest made at Trump's rally. And Brooke, this was a strange one.
Yeah, it was. Good morning, Carly. So Vem Miller of Las Vegas was arrested on gun charges, but quickly released on a $5,000 bail. So he was stopped by local authorities.
This is really funny because he was like, I love that. The New York Times mentioned it this morning, and they were like, when asked about why he got apprehended, he was shocked because he was like, I'm a Trump supporter. Yeah, they arrested a sovereign citizen who was trying to attend a Trump rally as a Trump supporter, and they were like, well, obviously shit doesn't check out because he had like one of those sovereign citizen license plates and a entire arsenal in his fucking vehicle. So they immediately assumed he was going to, try and kill Donald Trump. It's like, nah, he's just a regular old Nevada, crossing the border into California to go watch the Trump rally. Which is funny because this is kind of what I mentioned with Ryan Ruth as the Ryan Ruth defense. Because I thought America was a free country, I thought there was a time when you didn't have to see 3-minute ad breaks at the top of the hour. Guess what? You still do, okay? But you can subscribe for $6 over free with a Twitch Prime. Here's a 3-minute ad break now.
Security checkpoint outside of former President Trump's rally in Coachella, California. Police say he was driving an unregistered black SUV with a homemade license plate, and he claimed to be a journalist that had VIP access. But when deputies searched his car, they eventually found a shotgun, a loaded handgun, and ammunition. They also found multiple passports and driver's licenses with several different names. So far, no federal charges have been filed, but the U.S. Attorney's Office said Trump was never in any danger, and they are investigating. And the local sheriff's office is not taking this incident lightly.
Before former President Trump arrived to the rally, we made contact with an individual on the inner perimeter of our operation at the rally. In regard to previous attempts on the former president's life, this was not something that we were taking lightly. We had a very detailed plan in place on how we were going to keep not only the former president safe, but all of the participants or the attendees of the rally safe.
In an interview with Fox News Digital after he was released, Miller denied any intent to harm President Trump. He said, quote, I am the last person that would cause any violence and harm to anybody. I am 100% a Trump supporter. This is a man that I deeply admire because I was a closet individual in terms of my beliefs because I worked in Hollywood. A source close to the Trump campaign also tells Fox they do not believe this was an assassination attempt. The suspect is expected to appear in court on January 2nd. Wow. Carly?
Okay, Brooke Singman live for us. Brooke, thank you.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe.
Bro, I'm going to be honest with you. Not good. Okay? If they start arresting all of these, brave, patriotic Trump supporters, you're taking away votes from Donald Trump. Okay? You got to dial it back. You can't do it. You can't do it. You're hurting him. You're hurting Trump's chances of winning. So the guy that they arrested near Trump's Coachella rally with firearms has some interesting friends. He's in the back seat. Some of you guys might recognize the guy in the passenger seat.
At that time on January 6th, I already did the math. 43 states had at least one Republican in them. Oh, wow. So if only the Republicans voted, it would have been a 43-0 vote, still meeting the 34 state representation threshold for a quorum. Thought through this. I conveyed this to Kevin McCarthy. I conveyed this to Mike Pence's Chief of Staff, Mark Short. So then it would have been up to Mike Pence to decide, do I go with the Pelosi one person, one vote option, or which would have allowed the Biden electors, or do I go with the Kevin McCarthy?
This is the guy, by the way, in the back seat. That's the guy that they arrested.
Vote. And if everyone votes by party, then guess what? Arizona's electors don't get counted. Multiply that by the rest of the contested states. Mm-hmm. That means no one secures 270 electoral votes. And then it goes to an overall contingent election where they again vote by state delegation. And then guess who wins
Trump
and secures the
Trump
re-election?
Yeah.
When Nancy Pelosi catches wind of this plan being in motion.
And this was your plan. So you had
Yes.
it already. January 6th is coming up.
Yes.
And this is
I communicated it not only directly to McCarthy. Again, the decision makers that need to put this in motion.
Dude, what the fuck? January 6th, there's openly admitting that they were in direct contact with members of Congress, Republican members of Congress, in broad daylight.
So in a way, I'm curious.
But in addition to that, I also publicly said it on different podcasts. And when I'm being retweeted by Trump on several occasions,
They heard,
of course they heard this.
Do you think Kevin
Of course
McCarthy
there's
actually
Guys, this is being live streamed on Rumble at the
Yeah,
time.
heard
went to
this.
her? Because I know, like, we have a lot of questions about Kevin McCarthy. Do you think Kevin McCarthy went to
Why is it being recorded? Because they're fucking shameless, dude. What do you mean? They don't think they did anything wrong. Hello? Why would he? He's just said he got retweeted by Donald
New
Trump.
CBS News polling shows that the presidential race is.
Did you see his response?
And probably the reason that God put me in that situation in order to be able to expose.
Van Miller, the man accused of a so-called third Trump assassination attempt, denies these reports and pushes back in a statement released online. Miller states he's a Trump supporter who was invited to be at the Coachella rally. He adds that he told officers he had loaded firearms in his trunk. Furthermore, he's threatening lawsuits over defamatory statements and alleged police infringement of his rights.
Expose really what's going on. And so every time I've gone to a Nevada rally and notified the police, it's been a non-issue. They've thanked me for the courtesy of notifying them. They've said, obviously, you can't take your firearms. I wouldn't even think of doing such a stupid thing.
Why did you bring them with you into California to begin with?
And they've been fine. They've been fine. And the critical mistake I made is, I guess, forgetting the location that I was in California. So I drive up with my special entry pass. And by the way, they're saying I had a counterfeit pass. That's a bunch of nonsense. I could prove that I had a special entry pass directed to me, sent directly to me by officials within the Republican Party of Nevada. I was an actual invitee to that event. So as I'm driving, there's an area where you enter the parking lot.
God, I fucking love sovereign citizens so goddamn much, dude. Undefeated. Unfucking defeated, dude. They are the best. Why does bro sound like he's holding back tears? What do you mean? His goat got him arrested, dog. What the fuck do you mean?
After you pass a sheriff.
Why did he forget to bring his license plate instead of a hand-drawn license plate? Dude, every single like weird oddity about this story, every single weird oddity about this story can go either way. Obviously, when you first hear all of the details, where you're like, what? He has like multiple passports and like fake identification, a fake hand-drawn license plate. Like, what the fuck is going on here? If you are completely oblivious to the way that an average Nevada libertarian operates, you are thinking to yourself, like, this is a operation. Like, this got to be like someone paid by Iran or something. Like, and then you find out that he's a sovereign citizen. And then you understand exactly what's going on.